So I won't shit on Mike again.
Like, that's 2 weeks in a row that it starts off with.
I burped, but I'm not gonna fart this time. I ain't got no. My belly was messed up last week, okay? I had to let it out.
You need to do what you need to do, you know, there's no shame in it.
Shit, my pants was something that had to happen.
Hey, we all do that every once in a while.
No, we don't.
No, not really. I was just trying to make her feel better.
Not on our pants. I think just saying it out loud is normal, though.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Doo-doo.
Say it's a struggle.
It's a struggle, huh?
She's trying to come in. She's on her way.
Oh, whoops.
Riot, lay down and chill the fuck out. Bro! Damn dog.
I'm alive. We're alive.
Yeah, we are live.
I'm
We're just
out.
waiting
And I
on
did it
that to get
and
done.
then I'm live, and then I died.
We're live, then we're not. We're live, and we're not. We're live, but we haven't started yet. We gotta wait for that to get done.
Oh, we're live. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, we're live, so yeah. Just remember
Okay,
not to
live.
behave yourselves.
Look
Remember
alive,
not to
folks.
behave ourselves?
I mean, I can't control what the characters say. I'm just the DM. I only control what the PCs say. Or the, NPCs.
It's true. Claude has actually been feeding us our lines this whole time.
Okay, so
It's
this
a
is
separate individual private chat with each of us.
your motivation here. You gotta really give it all in this next coming scene.
Mm-hmm. Gives us coaching direction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's not what your character would do. God, the moment I start doing that, I would never have a campaign.
Not for real. You know, it doesn't help that we both said for real at the same time.
No, it doesn't. And also, I
Yeah.
crashed again. Wait.
Wait, no, we hear you.
We
hear you.
Cool.
Yeah, we hear. Yeah, I'm hearing you.
I can hear you.
Ba-ra-da-da.
Will help.
Yes. I hope everyone's having a good week so far.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
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 Busy.
It is, in fact, a pretty busy day. That's for sure. We got life. We got D&D life. It's happened.
Your life is
Well,
separate
too
from your
much life
D&D life.
Yeah. I mean, they're technically the same thing, but, you know. I mean, if you just, escape reality and into the other reality, I'm sure it'll be fine.
Where do we sign up for Isekai and Truck-kun?
Maybe not Trunk Coot. I mean, I think he might be retiring soon. I don't know.
No,
No, I
there's
call dibs.
there's been a
I
growing
want to be
number of
Truck-kun.
guys.
Look, you want all I'm gonna say is you want to get hit by Japanese truck-kun because those trucks are nice. They're small. You can get away with less broken bones. If it's an American truck-kun, heaven help you. You might be dead when you get sent to the other side.
Maybe.
There's so much to say there. Anyway, we're on college campus. I had to take the campus bus.
All right.
In real life?
Yes.
Oh no, is the bus Truck-kun?
Sure.
I wish it were every time I was walking in school.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I don't even remember half the bullshit that got me banned from the bus at school.
Yeah, who knows?
To be fair, that bus sucked. That was an American school bus, and ugh.
Yeah, American
Those
school
are
buses are weird. Da, 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 da,
Da, da, da,
da,
da,
da,
da.
da. So
Got a
who's?
minute.
Yeah, we got about a minute and 8 seconds.
Oh, how long are
Let's
these ads? Oh my
excited.
god.
Well, we do 3
Well,
minutes
it takes a
ads.
second. Yeah, so ads usually start about a minute or two after the stream starts.
Mhm.
And then
Hey, if it
Sorry,
were up,
continue.
yeah, if it were up to me, I would not have ads on like games like this. But it's
Yeah.
kind of mandatory on Twitch, so that's
if
why.
you don't have sorry.
Okay, no, go for it. Go for it.
If you don't have the ads like going for every hour, then pre-rolls start, and pre-rolls tend to make people not want to stick around because if they join into a stream that's on a 30-second ad already, every time they try and join in or refresh the page, then
Yeah.
people tend to not want to stick around.
And that's why we have the bio breaks in the middle of the session, so that way ads can get done,
Yeah.
no one's missing out on anything.
Yeah. Sometimes you don't get ads at all. Twitch is like technically I haven't seen one fucking ad pop up on my end. But
Yeah,
you
neither
get
have
lucky
I.
sometimes and you don't even get an ad at all.
It's just kind of weird, like, you know?
Or you get half the ads.
Or both. Alright, speaking of which, I believe the ads are done. Is everyone ready to get started?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright. Hello, all you beautiful people past, present, and yes, even those in the future. My name is Claude, and welcome back to Dawnbound, episode 14. So, when last we left our adventurers, Vayu, the Air Genasi rogue.
Hello.
Ronzi, the Halfling Artificer.
That's me.
Brytmora, the Hill Dwarf Bloodhunter.
Up.
Yep. Okay. And Snaps, the Kenku Commoner.
Yeah. All you said was
Yeah, you did
It
get
just
cut.
So,
Up.
Sound like you were talking like Link from Legend of Zelda. Huh?
hi, So the party ventured deeper into the Underdark by taking the northern path, with Palmer leading the way. As they pressed forward through the open cavern, the silence was soon broken by the ominous buzzing of 3 swarms of insects feasting on a bloated corpse of a fallen minotaur. Though the corpse proved tenacious, the group dispatched. I can't even read. The group dispatched them and pressed onward until they came upon a long-abandoned campsite. Among the scattered supplies and torn bedroads, they discovered a journal detailing a failed salvage mission involving a sunken ship nearby in the lake, and a lurking threat beneath the surface. Determined to uncover more, the party approached the sunken vessel and began hauling out several iron-bound chests, each heavy with waterlogged contents. But as they retrieved the third chest, something stirred beneath the surface. A pair of massive glowing eyes emerged from the depths. Karen, the juvenile kraken. A desperate and chaotic battle ensued. I can't even read. Ensued, thank you. Ensued against the monstrous beast, whose sheer strength rivaled their own. With teamwork, luck, and a few well-placed hits, the party managed to drive Karen back into the abyss. Battered but victorious, they now rest at the abandoned camp, catching their breath and preparing for what awaits deeper within the cavernous dark. So, the quiet hum of the Underdark fills the air around the flickering campfire, now reduced to faint embers as you try to stir it up to catch fire again. Shadows dance along the moss-strewn cavern walls, while the distant sound of dripping water echoes like a tick of a slow, forgotten clock. The ground is cold, damp, and strangely comforting in its stillness after the chaos of Karen's attack. Palmer gently stirs the fire with Digsby, his shell creaking as he shifts his weight, humming a soft melody under his breath. Rest well, the worst is always behind until it isn't. I'm not very good at stoking fires.
How's
Yeah,
the fire
Vayu's-
looking? Is it
So
there?
it's like he's stirring it. Like there are embers and there, like there's a small flame, but nothing too big.
I'm like
Alright, get
right
this
up
thing on.
against. I'm right up against Palmer. I need body
Mhm.
heat.
It's turtle.
You feel the cold shell.
This isn't working.
Oh, you're
Can
hot.
I look at the tent and see if maybe I could that ripped up tent to the side and see if like maybe I could use the scraps of that for increasing the fire?
Sure, you kind of like go up to one of the tents. It's all tattered anyway, so you just you rip off a good section of it and toss it into the fire. As you do see it catch flame, and it's slowly rising, you know, and you kind of control it with some stones that you find along the way, kind of like making a small circle around.
Yeah, there we go.
A bit warmer here now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is everyone feeling all right?
So far.
Well, that's good. How you doing, Vayu?
You hear like snores coming from wherever she's laying down. She's like, I need to. She was like, I think she's literally at 3 health, so she's asleep.
Oh, she looks like she's doing fine for herself. A little nap wouldn't hurt.
Did I pull up the other chest?
Yes, you did, and I did detail everything that you got prior. Give me 1 second. For brevity, I'll go ahead and say what y'all got again. I gotta find it. It's been a hot minute.
I remember I got armor. There were ingots.
I thought I put it here. Oh, here you go. 50 gold pieces, 20 silver ingots, 1 gem worth 25 gold, rusted weapons and tools, and spelled scale mail, which bound to it has launch strider that you could use up to 4 charges. It regains 1d4 charges per day. And, you know, this version of launch strider makes the spell permanent until a long rest.
I think Brytmora got the
Yeah, I
scale
got the
mail.
armor.
And I think
And an axe, 2d10.
Yes, a Minotaur's axe.
Yeah. And I think we decided to leave the silver ingots and gem to.
Well, I didn't want the gem, but we were thinking that the silver gold
Yeah.
or the silver ingots we could use for forging. Someone wanted to make jewelry, I believe.
Yeah.
Maybe at the blacksmith's.
Yeah.
And then the 50 gold pieces I just put in my pocket. I didn't even bring it up. I was like, this is mine. I'll grab this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finder's
Yeah.
fee.
So Brytmora took everything essentially there.
Hey, I didn't touch the other treasures.
Man, who would leave treasure down below in the water? That's very irresponsible.
It's just waiting to be collected.
Well, thanks for cleaning up the pollution.
Of course, of course. What are pirates for?
What's a pirate?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's a perfectly trustworthy fellow who is a guardian of ancient artifacts.
Oh, so kind of like me.
Are you a pirate?
No, I'm a cleric.
No. Yeah.
Is that not the same
kind of
thing?
like basically. I don't do the healing thing though.
So your gold has a bend in you.
Ronzi just kind of freezes and
He
then
just
just kind of like
blank,
leans
blank face. He says this like not in a malicious intent, but just like he's like, oh no.
Ronzi just kind of leans against the shell and pulls out the flask and just takes a sip. Just, mead by the fire.
There. I mean, I'm sure your gods will give you favor once more, should you do something for them.
Of course. Of course.
But how's everyone else feeling?
Trying to cook up these kraken bits over this fire.
Right. It is actually roasting really well. You can, like, there's no seasoning, but you can tell that it's going to be delicious.
Hey,
Awesome.
Palmer,
Hmm?
you know a lot about this god business. Do you know anything about any dragon gods?
Well, I think I might have heard a bit or two. What did you have in mind?
Hold on. Let me see. Something that your lady told me.
Hmm.
A dragon with a green aura under an
Hmm.
emerald banner. Emerald and gold are its colors.
Hmm. Well, if I had to make a guess, you're probably seeking out a green dragon. Dragons are few
Yeah.
and far between, but they do exist.
Are there many green dragons? Well, you said they're few and far between. Where could I find a green dragon?
Well, green dragons usually resolve in, I want to say, like forests and plains, usually close to nature, things like that.
Okay. Good to know.
Hmm. Yeah. The only other thing I know about dragons is that they got themselves some poison breath. It's not very good when you get hit by one, from what I hear.
I can imagine.
Mm. Some say it's toxic.
But
Can
that
I
wouldn't really bother a cleric, would it?
Oh, actually, yes, we could still die by poison.
can I what would I need to roll for dragon knowledge that I might have?
Yeah, that would be probably nature in this. Nature or history, your choice.
Well, both are equally -1, so I guess I'll go nature.
Okay.
14.
Yeah. There are many kinds of dragons that have existed throughout the world. They're separate into two categories, chromatic and metallic. While both sides do share similar colors, the metal dragons usually are very similar to like gold, silver, platinum, that sort of thing, while the others, as per the name, are just basic colors. They don't really like each other very well, as those of the opposite variety tend to be in conflict with one another. And in terms of dragon appearances, it really depends on the area. For, like Palmer said, they're few and far between. Some of them tend to be probably the oldest and wisest among the creatures here in Scion.
Okay. Just a little bit of getting dragon lore.
Yeah.
So are we taking a short rest?
It would appear so. I don't think it's very nice down here to be taking a long rest. Just in case Karen decides to
Yeah.
come back.
Yeah.
Does she happen to have any friends?
If she did, she would not tell me.
You're damn right I wouldn't.
As if I hear her in the distance now.
But it's not like she can climb onto land unless we're trying to cross the water.
Oh, she can climb onto lawn.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, she ran away with grievous wounds. I really doubt she's gonna wanna come anytime soon.
I mean, it's not like you can heal all wounds just by falling asleep.
Exactly.
Loud snores. You are heard in the background.
Speaking of, does anyone wanna have a snack?
Ooh, what you
I'm
got?
down for a snack.
Well, the Karen roast, I guess.
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
Mm.
I wasn't paying attention to the roast. I'll take some.
Brytmora goes over and pokes Vayu and just like waves a bit of calamari in front of her. It's like, you want some? Trying to wake her up.
Vayu opens her mouth, takes a bite, chews, and continues to sleep.
Amazing. 10.
And so, all of you enjoy a nice meal as you're relaxing a bit, licking your wounds and sleeping off a little bit. So, in terms of healing, now we never really use any short rest in our normal campaigns, but how it works is that basically you have these things called hit die, and corresponding with your level. So, since you're on level 2, you have 2d whatever your hit die is. Like, say, if you're a wizard, it'll be a d6. Fighters, I think, are d10, and so on and so forth. You can go ahead and roll those to see how much HP you get in return.
Ronzi snacking away on the giant squid is at full HP. Had not
Alright.
taken a bit of damage. Squished the bugs, swimming like a little fish. Perfect.
I would also say this is a homebrew roll that I'm adding here. Short rest also restores spell slots up to your proficiency bonus.
Oh hell yeah!
So in this case, you restore 2 spell slots of your choice.
Hell yeah! That's all of them.
Yeah.
Sweet. I have spell slots restored.
Yeah.
I too was sitting with Ronzi at full health.
Hell yeah. We're
I
just
get my
sharing the
blood
bit.
pressure down.
Now, if Vayu wanted Brytmora to curse Ronzi, she can.
Yes.
Yay!
Vayu's asleep, so let's see if she remembers.
Yeah, roll. So, Vayu, I think rogues get a d8? Someone might correct me just in case I'm wrong.
Yeah, it's D8.
Yep, so roll
Hope you
2d8
only
to
have
see how much
nightmares while you
HP.
sleep,
Okay.
heart. Damn.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow, what'd she ever do to y'all?
No, that was Tara. What did you do to Tara? Ow.
Oh, I mean, you know what? That makes sense, actually. Tara would say something nonsense like that. So it's fine.
Oh man.
What'd you get for your healing, Vayu?
5.
5. All right. You regain 5 hit points. Not much, but you do see Palmer come over. He's going to use your wounds on you. You regain an additional. There you go. They'll at least patch you up some.
An additional how much?
8.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
Yep.
You said Vayu's at 1 health?
No.
She was
No.
at 3, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I'm actually at full now.
Yay.
Nice.
So what's the plan? Where are we going now?
Well, I see in the distance there's a small opening there. If me memory serves, I think that's where the way out is.
Dang.
Are we going towards, well, we've seen the pirate ship. We're going towards the giant tree.
Well, I mean, where we're going is, well, there's roots above it, so I imagine that's where the giant tree is too.
Tree.
Yep.
I will be so happy to be out of this cave.
Oh, don't worry, we're almost
What's wrong
there.
with it?
Caves suck.
It's a little wetter than the ones I like.
Oh.
Also kind of haunted. No offense, Pete.
He looks a little confused as he looks over at you. Alright?
Wait, Snaps doesn't like caves and Brytmora likes dry caves.
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I like ones that don't have krakens in them.
I like ones that have treasure, so I'm happy as a clam.
Great. Are you up, Vayu?
Yes.
Ready to go?
I'm ready.
I'm
Sure.
ready.
She stands up and everything cracks like she's an old person. It goes like crack, 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 and she like stands up and she like cracks everything and she's like, yeah, okay.
Oh, you should do some stretches. Getting stiff there.
She's just gonna glare at Ronzi and turn away and keep walking towards
See,
where.
she's like 50 years old. Show some respect.
I realized she was so old.
Yeah, that's what fairy magic does. Weird shit.
Mm,
Oh my god.
It's true. That probably is true.
So are we're swimming across?
Oh no, we could just walk. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Got myself
I
a little
prefer-
bit of a tickle. There's a path leading up to the cave entrance, so yeah, we could just walk there. Unless you want to swim.
okay.
In that case, I could swim
No.
with you.
No, it's okay. Let's not
I'd
get
rather
into the
not.
kraken-infested waters.
And I'd rather not swim in general.
Right, because you got yourself some heavy armor.
No,
Because they're a bird.
I mean that's not even the reason either. It's because I'm the wrong type of bird.
I feel like because you're a bird is still correct then.
Oh my god. Yes, but waterfowl exist, and I hear they love the water.
But you're not one.
Exactly.
Just a foul.
You're not a. I mean,
You
guess
just
what
you
fowl-
just
what fowl? This fowl is pretty general, so it could.
Do.
Wow. So you're a
follow
bird
me,
that doesn't
friends.
fly and doesn't swim. It's kind of sad. And doesn't read.
thank you for listing everything that could go wrong with me.
Come on, Vayu.
There's a small cliff that Palmer jumps off of. If anyone needs me to catch him, I can catch him.
Ronzi launches himself into your arms.
Okay. Catch check. He catches you.
Nice.
Yeah, he catches you just fine. And
And then
Yeah.
wiggles out like a toddler.
Mm-hmm. Next.
I'm just gonna take the jump without Palmer.
Okay, it's just
Yeah,
a
I'm just
5-foot
happy
drop,
to.
so you're fine.
Vayu also will just hop, hop, hop.
Hop, hop, hop. Alright, so there's currently 2 paths. Palmer goes up this one. He goes, this is where the cave entrance is. The other has a whole bunch of them plants that we saw earlier, along with a few bats, from what I recall. I've
Oh, the
named them all.
poisonous mushrooms and the exploding ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess we're continuing upwards.
We'll
mean-
go wherever you tell us, Palmer.
Okay. And this is a pretty tall, cliffside here. I would say this one is about 10 feet tall. That's going to be an issue.
I just climb up Palmer's back. Isn't he like 6 feet tall?
Yeah, he's about 6. No, he's 5'4", but still tall enough. Yeah,
You're still gonna
Ooh.
need like 2 feet.
yeah.
Right? That's not tall enough for me. Hold on. Don't I have a rope? I have a rope that does something. Hold on.
Yeah.
Um,
Like, I
Petey.
thought,
Can,
yeah.
can Vayu just like grab Ronzi from the scruff and throw him up?
Probably could. Lightweight halflings don't weigh a whole lot, so
Cool.
yeah. If
And
Ronzi,
even if she misses, she's not gonna be upset about it.
so Ronzi, if you allow it, Value's gonna toss you up there.
I allow it. Ronzi doesn't know what's happening. He's just slow.
So Vayu, make a dexterity check to see how well you throw Ronzi up.
Oh, what is my dexterity? It should be decent. I'm a rogue. It's fine. It's not that great actually. Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you say.
Oh yeah, like perfect synchronization as you toss him up, Ronzi. You just gently land on the soft gravel above.
Nice. I tuck and roll. I get thrown a lot.
I wonder why.
You see,
So
you see Palmer kind of take Digsby. He puts him in the ground, and then he stands on Digsby. He climbs up him.
Alright. I'm just gonna climb the cliff.
All
I
right.
don't have to roll anything for that, do I?
It is pretty taller, so acrobatics or athletics.
No.
I'll give Snaps and Brytmora a boost, so if that gives them advantage at all.
No, I found the rope. I found the rope that I have.
Oh, okay.
The rope is literally called rope of climbing, so I'm just gonna say the whatever word it is to knot itself, so it becomes like an easy rope with knots to
Sure,
hold on to it.
that works. So, Brytmora, yeah, as Vayu is trying to help you up, you see a rope climb down, like on the side.
And I grab it before
Yeah.
before anyone gets hurt.
Yep. And with
Hopefully.
Ronzi's help, you all get up there just fine now.
Thank you.
I had a
Yeah.
+3 on that. This is pathetic.
You have not been getting very high rolls lately.
No.
You're also in heavy armor. You're weighed down.
Yeah, that's true.
I have proficiency. I thought I did.
I thought I did.
Medium armor.
Medium armor, alright. So, as you all get closer to the edge, you do see, like, there is a slight gap for where you need to go. Like, you do see, like, there was a bridge here, but it seems it's been collapsed. Oh dear. Curse you, Karen. You destroyed me only bridge.
Are there like, is it completely eradicated, or is
Oh
there
yeah,
like
like
bits
it's
of it
sunken
still
into the depths below.
Ivy.
left?
Well, who are we tossing?
Damn.
I mean,
And
I
then
can swim
Ronzi
over
just
just
lifts his
fine.
arm.
Wait. Can't Petey just float the rope to the other side? I mean, you're a ghost.
Yeah, he's been circling Ronzi this entire time, trying to get the rope.
Oh, my apologies. The rope is like magical, so it's kind of it just goes and knots itself. I speak the
Yeah.
command. It's animated. It just flies over by itself.
Yep. So with PD's help, he does take the rope and he tries to tie it around like a large rock that's here, and it's nice and secure. So for this, make another athletics and acrobatics check to hold on to the rope.
Are we tight roping, or are we just like swimming while holding on to
guess
the
it
Tight
just
rope?
roping, yeah.
depends on what's better, yeah.
Yeah.
Do an
Oh, boy.
athletics.
So acrobatics
This-
versus
this is-
athletics.
Okay, wait, it
Okay.
says advantage climbing while knotted, rope of climbing. This is not climbing,
No,
so
this is not
would not be. Okay, so normal. Roll. That's
Oh no. Y'all are.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Fine.
You just walk on the rope just fine. You're light as air. You could just do. So, Brytmora, you kind of, like, you're careful with this because you know that the weight of your armor is probably going to weigh this down a little bit.
I'm
but
hanging upside down with my arms and knees wrapped around me, just like upside down, monkeying across.
Yes. And then when Snap comes on, Snap, you accidentally miss the rope a bit, so it bounces a bit.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And then Ronzi being
Help.
Lightfoot, it does, like, the rope doesn't bounce as much, but you managed to get over just fine. It takes a little bit longer for Snaps and Brytmora, mostly because of just the moving of the rope. But you all do manage to get over there just fine.
A miracle.
Safe.
Hmm.
Wait, how did Palmer get across?
I swim.
Oh.
I'm
Yeah,
a
you know
turtle.
what? That's fair.
I'm a turtle. I could swim.
I should have hitched a ride on your show.
Oh, that's a good idea. Why didn't I think of that?
I just asked the rope to unfasten itself and fly back into
Oh,
my
PD,
pockets.
unfasten it. Unfasten it.
The rope does it for him.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
It's a magical rope. That's why I was concerned when he had PD tie the rope. I'm like, the rope can do it itself. PD's
So
just
PD doesn't
feeling
know
involved.
that. All right. So, heading up northern, you do see the cave entrance. That is it. This is the next passage that lies ahead. I've only uncovered this far with, a few times. Not all places are good, I would say. So, just be prepared for what you see in here, okay?
Okay.
It looks dark. We still have
That's ominous.
Digsby is still like lit up, right?
Yeah, he's still lit up.
Okay, cool.
What were you gonna say, Brytmora?
I said that looks ominous.
Oh, it is a cave.
Sounds ominous.
So, yes. Right. And so,
Onwards, I guess.
you enter the cavern more alive than you have been prior. After that rest, that's for sure. The ceiling stretches high, and from it hanging roots as thick as a man's torso. They twist in natural chandeliers, pulsing faintly with a soft amber light as sunbeams trickle through the jagged hole above. Your first glimpse of sunlight in what feels like days. The air here smells of old bark, rain-soaked earth, and something faintly floral. Scattered around the chamber are corpses. Old, mostly skeletal. Two figures stand upright, as though crucified by roots that weave through their bones, holding them in a grotesque mockery of life. Their black leather armor is shredded, burned, and long deteriorated. Their skulls tilted slightly down, as though in an eternal shame.
Arcana check.
Go for it.
I just
Yeah,
want
you know what?
to-
I'm
this-
gonna I'm gonna second that. I'm gonna Arcana check as well
Mm-hmm.
when I find my Arcana.
Oh, thank God.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
This looks like a cursed treasure room. I don't know if there's treasure, but it looks like there could be a curse.
so
Maybe.
Ronzi,
I don't know.
there's something about like these corpses that are intriguing to you. You're not quite, you can't really put your finger on it. And then Snaps, you kind of come over. You do sense a hint of magic emanating from the armor itself, though it is very old and tattered at this point.
I would probably just say something like, I do feel a little bit of magic on this armor, but it's very old.
Is there enough symbology on it left, or enough of it left to do a history check on it?
Sure, go for it.
Hey, well, that worked.
Nice.
All right, so Brytmora, as you are looking at any sigils, you do find a sigil of a black dagger. The ebony knife is what you remember. They are an organization of assassins that are contract killers. They get paid to search the entirety of Cylon for whatever their target is.
Hey guys, did you know that these are like some assassins? Or well, they were. I don't think they were very good at their job.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Hey, Palmer.
Hmm.
You know things about dead things, right?
Well, it is a shame that they don't get a burial, yes.
They're not going to, animate themselves and come alive,
Oh, I should hope
anything.
not. That'd be bad.
Right. Well, you don't have a feeling or anything?
Well, I can just use gentle riposte on them if you feel like something might happen with them.
Before we go in there, do we know why they're all tied up in those roots? Because I don't want to end up like that.
If anyone wants to make an investigation check, go for it.
Yeah, I didn't
My
even consider the plants.
My
The
investigation's
dead
at a
bodies.
-1.
Damn.
How did I get the highest investigation? 15.
With a negative there, meanwhile Ronzi has +6.
Oh my god, Ronzi! You right?
Oh, guys.
Yeah, I only have a +1. I don't know if Vayu is gonna do much help.
Hey, you never know. Okay.
Wow.
Hey.
Why do you even ask? Vayu can do whatever.
Mhm.
Okay, give me 1 second while I
We
grab
say
it.
this, but she rolled like all 5s last session.
All right, so
It's building up, you know?
So, Snaps, you find hidden in a torn pouch is a soiled parchment note with dark brown ink. Second, I'm going to paste this for you to read. Put it in our messages. There it is.
Read, right, read.
Yes, and we'll get to what Vayu found afterward.
So can I just like carefully like pick up the parchment and then hand it to Brytmora?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm gonna do that.
What? Okay. All right, paper. All right, let me see here.
What language is it in?
It's in common.
Oh,
Oh, that's a relief.
nice.
Says here, orders confirmed. The girl must die. Aurora. The ring her mother gave her is of greater value than the girl herself. Rude.
Ooh,
Initial
harsh.
payment 500 gold.
That's
Second
it?
half delivered upon proof of death and rings retrieval. No witnesses.
Ooh, 1,000 gold.
It bears no signature or sigils.
You know what? I think we can leave these guys here. They don't need to go up anywhere, do they?
Nah, especially since I tried to kill like a kid.
Yeah, I don't think they need to move on to the great beyond. They're fine here. I pat one of the skulls.
The skull falls and stumbles by your foot.
Ah, well, rip.
Okay, and Vayu. So, on one of the large roots behind the corpses seemed slightly hollow. With a bit of pressure, the roots cracked to reveal a moss-covered slab of obsidian. Embedded in the stone's base is a tattered journal wrapped in dry, cured leather.
She picks it up.
You open it, and the writing is messy. Ink bleeding into water-stained pages. You flip slowly, and the following entries become legible. Jade, I'm going to leave this to you.
I remember the sound of the glass breaking before I remember my own name. It was everywhere, shards drifting in the water, catching the faintest bits of light. Before that, only muffled voices. Angry voices, echoing through the layers of fluid and steel. I didn't understand the words. Echoing.
Oh, wait, whoops. I read the line before that again.
Only the urgency. They came, the crackling, something broke. Maybe it was the tank. Maybe it was me. The cold hit me first, then the air, then the silence. I ran. Instinct? Maybe. I didn't know what I was escaping from. Only that it was behind me. The halls, the rain, the dark sky, the hollow world above. And I didn't have a name. Not even then.
There are many more entries to this. Do you want to keep reading?
Can I do like a wisdom check to see if Vayu picks up on maybe some of the vibe? Because I guess Jade's reading it to us with that vibe, but Vayu's also just gonna be reading it in her own head.
I don't get any voice acting hardly, and I'm gonna act, damn it!
And you did fantastic. And what I'm saying is I'm feeling things based on how you just acted, but Vayu won't hear all that. She's just gonna read and go, cold hit, didn't have a name. Okay.
Well, I mean, there's plenty more if you want to keep on reading. I'm going to send it periodically.
Yeah, I think she'll go one more time maybe and see.
Okay. Okay. Entry number 3.
Found the tree when I was nearly dead from the cold. Towering. Endless. Not like a tree grown from a seed and soil, but a thing placed here. Ancient, hollow in places.
Oh, ancient, sorry.
Yeah.
There's a period, hold on.
Ancient, hollow in places, yet filled with warmth. I pressed my hand to its bark and heard a pulse. Not of blood, but of memory. Like it remembered me. or someone like me, I
Palmer.
stayed.
Palmer looks over at Vayu. What you got there, Vayu?
A journal, I think. She'll flip to the next one.
All right. Yeah, here's the next one. Entry number 5.
Time doesn't work here. Days blur into nights, nights into seasons. But I was safe. Safe from the things I couldn't name, the voices that called for me, the place I had left. Then one day, there was a girl in the rain. She couldn't have been more than 4 or 5, covered in mud, shivering beneath a broken log. I don't know why I went to her. Maybe because I saw my own reflection in her eyes. She didn't speak, but she held on to me so tightly like I was all that was left in the world. That was the first.
Oh, okay. That's so good.
Still plenty more. It's a big
Thank you.
entry.
Sorry.
That was good.
I also just want to keep hearing Jane, honestly.
All right,
so,
yeah, you got plenty
okay.
here.
Thanks.
We'll flip. We'll flip one more time. I think Bayou's like getting more and more into it.
Yeah. Entry number 7.
More came, always in storms, or from the ruins of distant villages. Forgotten, discarded, abandoned. I never asked their names. I gave them new ones. They all stayed children. I never questioned why. Maybe the tree preserved them. Or maybe I did. A blessing? A curse? No. A promise. They would never be hurt again. I fed them, taught them, sang to them. They became my stars, my constellations inside the hollow wood.
The next one, Vayu, catches your eye is entry number 11.
Okay.
The woman and her daughter stumbled into my world like a match flaring in a dry forest. Screaming, blood, the woman fell with an arrow in her back. She tried to shield her child to the end. 3 men, masked, cloaked, and in black, chased after her. I heard them before I saw them. I buried them under root and stone. Their screams still echo in the deep. I made them part of the foundation. The child's name was Aurora, but that name is dangerous for her now. I will call her Vayu instead to protect her from the others who don't. The others who may want to hurt her.
Hunt.
Hunt her down. God damn it! Sorry. That part wasn't part of it. The others that may want to hunt her down. Sorry, I thought I was going to say hurt, and then I read down after others, and I was like, fuck, where are the words?
No, that was so good. Oh God. Okay. I think Vayu's in shock. This kind of confirms things that we were suspecting a little. And she's going to close the journal and try to keep it away from Palmer and Brytmora.
Huh? Is everything okay?
This is mine now, bitch. Get out of here.
Oh, well, it's more like I think she doesn't want to confront the fact that Ember kind of was helpful. um so she's just gonna hide it to herself, and she's like, yeah, I think this is just like some random traveler's journal. Nothing of importance.
Wow, secretive, crazy.
Palmer's going to do an inside check.
Or should I do a deception?
Nope. Okay, I believe you.
Okay. Thank you, Palmer.
Oh, you're welcome. I mean, you have your reason for keeping your book. I shouldn't pry.
Yeah, have you I guess have you heard too much about that tree that fairy lives in?
Oh? I've always heard stories about trees like these. I think there might be only 2 on Sion. One is here, obviously. The other is elsewhere. From what I'm understanding, this tree ends up giving life. For what it does, I have no idea. But its roots and the arcana around it flow throughout this entire section of land.
I see. Have you ever seen the children here become not children?
Well, I have seen a few children roam through this part of the cavern, yes. I believe so.
Okay, so you've only seen children.
Huh?
Then, how long ago again was it that you buried Petey?
I know it's been quite some time. Definitely more than a winter. I want to say between 12 and 15 winters. Something to that effect.
I see. Okay. Okay. Cool. And then Vayu's gonna go look for Petey now.
Petey is right over by Palmer. He just kind of stares at you, just looking at the book.
Okay. Vayu's gonna pull Petey to the side away from people. Even though I don't know how much she can properly communicate with him. But she's gonna be like, okay, Petey, you can't tell anyone else. And she's gonna whisper this, so I mean if someone overhears, that's fine. But she's gonna try. She's gonna be like, okay, it looks like my mom and I were running from something, and then she was killed, and then Ember took me in after killing the people that were chasing us, and then changed my name to Vayu. Also, it looks like her tree makes it so that people never age.
His eye kind of widens and just kind of... He looks up at the roots above. And then looks back over to you.
I mean, this is probably a weird question. And maybe I would have more memory of it had I not lost all my memories, obviously. But do you know how long we were with Ember together?
He's... Let me make a list. He's trying to think to himself and just trying to think. He holds up one, maybe two fingers.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we weren't there for very long.
He
Or at
sees
least
you hold the book, and he's kind of like tapping it.
I think it's Ember's journal.
He nods, yes.
Oh, you know that already. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, it's basically about how she came to the tree. It looks like she was running from something too, and then she just kind of collected children. It started with one girl, but I don't know who that would be.
He kind of like stands next to you and tries to open. He looks at you.
She'll open. She'll follow his thing. She'll open. She'll let him look.
And he's moving through the pages, just skimming through what's there. And then he takes a look at entry number 17.
Oh, we're skipping entries? Damn, okay.
Excuse me, 14. Sorry.
No, we ended on 11!
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm accidentally skipping ahead. My bad. I'm not trying to take your lines.
1, 3, 5, 7, 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know it's going to be confusing. I'm sorry.
Vayu will just keep scrolling. We'll let Jade get her, her stuff in.
Sorry, I accidentally scrolled a little bit too far, so that's my bad. So, here you go. Entry 13, I think, is the next one. Here we go.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I shall continue. No, it's okay.
She didn't cry. Not once. Even as I cleaned the blood from her arms. Even as gently as... Oh, sorry. Even as Oh my god! Even as I gently untangled the knots from her hair. She just watched. Like she remembered too much already. Like she'd already made the decision to carry it all alone. She never called me mother. Not like the others. But that was fine. I knew she needed time. I gave her years.
Yes.
Yeah,
Maybe
Petey
Vayu is
nods.
50. Vayu is 50.
No, he shakes his head no at the 50 comment.
That's so funny.
Petey looks at the next entry.
When I went back to where her mother had fallen, I found ashes, burnt pages, charred clothing. But within the debris, a small wooden box and inside a ring. The moment I touched it, I felt it. A woman's voice, a vow, a love so deep it bled into time. The ring wasn't just a trinket, it remembered. And so I kept it. A soul too proud to fade deserves a guardian.
And then Petey kind of stops at entry 17. Sees the name Cornelius. Any of this.
This woman stole my ring.
Cornelius began whispering of rebellion. Vayu had changed the others. She told stories, asked questions. Petey listened. I loved Petey more than I should have. He looked at me like I was something holy. I would have torn the stars from the sky for him. But he listened to her. She filled their heads with dreams of leaving, of going home. But what home if not this?
I made that sound like a caveman, but it's okay. I'm gonna
You're
continue
fine.
now.
I built this place with my pain, with my memory. I made it sacred. And she she threatened it.
Do you
We
continue?
knew she was crazy.
Do you continue, Vayu?
She looks at Petey if he's okay to continue, and then if he will continue.
If a ghost would be pale, he would, but he is trying to. Well, he looks like he wants to know as well.
Okay, she will flip the page.
Entry number 20.
I watched them play in the moonlight, my children, laughing, barefoot on the roots. Vayu stood apart as always, eyes lifted toward the sky. She never truly belonged. Maybe that's why it hurts so much. She didn't ask to be part of my family. She tolerated it, and I let her. I let her. But now they all look at her like she's the key to some imaginary door. They don't understand. Out there is death. Out there is pain. I'm not cruel. I'm protective. I love them too much to just let them choose pain.
And then entry 23 through 20.
Oh shit, okay.
The whispers grew louder. Petey stopped smiling at me. Vayu, she said something about leaving soon. Couldn't allow it. Not her. Not Petey. So I did what I had to do.
And then entry 24.
Fall, little bird. Fall.
You said to 25,
Yeah,
right?
to 25 as well.
Petey screamed when she fell, tried to jump in after her. I stopped him. I had to. It was the only way to save him.
So Vayu is like tears kind of forming in her eyes, like but not like letting them fall. And she kind of turns to Petey and goes, "Did she push you then?"
He sheepishly goes. Entry number 27.
Doesn't talk to me anymore. He just floats. A shadow in the branches. I keep calling his name. I keep calling him back. I'm sorry, Petey. Please, wake up.
Final page.
It's my fault. I couldn't protect them. They were mine, and I couldn't keep them safe. The ring is still warm on my finger, Still watching, still remembering. One day they'll understand. One day they'll thank me. Or maybe they won't. But I will still love them.
It's the final entry.
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Oof. All right.
And
I
scene.
think Vi
Sorry.
did amazing voice acting. One. Two. But I think Vayu is just going to close it and try. He's not corporeal, so he's gonna try and give him a hug
he
as much as he can.
he hugs you back, and it's if a ghost would cry, you can see that he's trying but can't.
And she kind of just goes, I'm sorry. I don't remember, but it looks like a lot of this is my fault.
He shakes his head no. No.
I mean, yes, Ember is definitely the crazy one in all of this, but if only I was better at not having her notice.
That we're gonna take a break. So everyone get yourself a snack and a nice little drink, and we'll be right back with the drama.
Damn.
Alright, I'll be right back too.
Damn.
Meanwhile, Snaps is like, I kind of want to do an Arcana check on these roots.
Same. we're just poking at the roots in the background. Someone's getting choked.
It made her sound a little different, which is why you probably didn't recognize her at first, because in the beginning, I feel like she wasn't as crazy as she is when you guys met her.
Okay, I'm gonna debate
No,
that one.
I literally was like, this is the fairy lady's voice. That's so interesting.
I gave
What
her
are
a
the
more
odds?
high-pitched, squeaky voice when I talked to you guys. I was also sick, remember? So it
Oh,
probably
yeah,
sounded
yeah.
a little
Oh
different.
yeah.
Nah, this is great. This is
It is.
great.
When I saw all these journal entries when I got the doc, I was like, yes! Finally!
You did such a good job. She just sounds more unhinged as it goes. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Really, really awesome.
Yeah. No,
I think
Vayu.
when we met her, she tried to sound like how she was in the beginning, but like the words she was saying was completely like how she sounded in the end.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
Absolutely well played.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we got a bunch of rat children to save, a crazy ass fairy.
We got one rat child that's deathly sick, and I'm
Uh-huh.
wondering if that's connected to her obsession with Vayu and feeling threatened by her twisting her magic, and to see if I can, sense some way to make it better, because it's probably connected to these roots with these tree.
See, here's the thing: we don't know none of this shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I
Alright,
want
I'm
to
back.
throw an Arcana.
But see, at the same time, the fairy and the tree are separate. So, in theory, the tree isn't the problem.
Well, I'm saying that the fairy's magic and her obsession twisted the tree's magic.
Can it go
And-
back though? And we have no way of finding out right now.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to do the Arcana on the roots.
See, I'm worried that if Brytmora, if she senses that something on the tree is fucked, she'll want to destroy the tree. Meanwhile, I'm here being like, that'd be the stupid choice.
You can certainly try if you wish.
By the
Oh.
journal entry, you don't even know when this all started, though.
Yeah. There's no dates on any of these.
Years is
Like,
crazy. That actually messed with me. Years.
You're over here,
Oh
oh
my
my
God.
god, maybe I'm 50 years old. Feeding me like, no.
Meanwhile,
You're
Brytmora is
focusing
like,
on the wrong-
Cornelia
you're
said he's
focusing on the
30,
wrong
so
part.
maybe you're all like 30 and 40 and plus years old.
Speaking of, she never mentioned the kids turning into rats, which is accurate to what she stated, that they suddenly were starting to become rats. So, like, the heck you did.
Well, fairies are wild magic, and this is purely OOC talk here. And their magic would be affected by their emotional state. So if she is
I mean, if she
losing
thinks
it,
if she thinks all the kids are becoming rats because of Vayu corrupting them, like a different form of rats, you know what I mean?
yeah, no, that's exactly the thought. You're right there. Just by thinking it, it's becoming a curse.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's unintentional, but psychic, I guess.
I will
I don't
say,
know.
if you remember, she never did lie to you. You did
No.
insight her, so you do know she didn't lie.
No, she's
Yeah.
just crazy.
Yeah.
And
No,
welcome back,
fairies
Twitch
can't
people.
lie. I think that's one of their big dealios. They can't lie. But in a turnabout way of it, it also means they kind of enforce their truth on the world, isn't that how wild magic works? Fey magic?
Fey magic. Maybe not wild, but fey.
Yeah, fey magic, yeah.
So are we going to check these roots?
Yeah, I want to roll an Arcana on these roots.
Sure, go
Yeah,
for it.
we're back? I thought we were still
Oh
on
yeah,
break.
we're back. Yeah, I said yeah.
Yeah, we're
Welcome
back.
back, Twitch people. So
All
meanwhile,
right, I
with the
wanna
rest of
roll
the crew,
Arcana on these roots.
yes, go for it.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
All right.
Everyone woke up.
Meanwhile, Vayu's working up the courage just to tell you what the tree does. She's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
All right. So I would say all of you pretty much have made the DC. With Ronzi, you get a little something extra here. So all of you know that these roots are hundreds, if not thousands of years old as they go deep the crust of the world itself, as you do see lingering arcana going through the various innards of the roots, almost as if there is kind of like a cycle, nutrients going to and fro the various channels in the roots. Ronzi, you have heard stories. While trees are still a little bit out there to you because you're, from the desert, you have heard that there are two legendary trees. One that is a legendary tree of life, and the other a legendary tree of wisdom. There are two separate trees somewhere in the world. One of them is in charge of preserving life, and the other is preserving wisdom.
Now, which one are you?
I love that now. Okay.
Can we tell
Well-
from our... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna make a snide comment on that because
Yeah.
Ronzi's still stupid, so let's do process of elimination. No, I'm kidding. I have no idea which one this is. Sorry. I mean, as the DM, I do, but I just was like, well, you're still stupid, so no. That's a joke. I assume the tree just doesn't make you all knowing. It's just a word for it. Okay, sorry. Continue.
Yeah, the
I
name-
was wanting to see if with our Arcana checks, if we can tell that the tree is in like a natural state, or if the Arcana is sickly.
You can tell that the roots are in fact healthy. Like whatever arcana is flowing through the tree, it's as though it has its own network of, well, I don't know how to describe it, but roots, very strong and durable, and any wounds that probably would be made either fire or through natural causes, it would easily repair itself. I would say with your 17.
Okay, well, I guess it looks healthy.
Yeah.
Is that good or bad? I mean, it's so old, it's probably good.
Does
Yeah.
anyone talk to trees?
They have mouths?
No. but-
No, I
You
don't
know.
talk to
You never know.
trees. I spent my life in the city. There was very few trees.
Well, this tree is either of life or of wisdom. Oh, wait. Aren't you like 50 years old, Vayu?
Vayu's in the
Meanwhile,
corner with
she's in the
Petey.
corner having a breakdown.
Bayu's like, I don't think so. I think I'm maybe 30, okay?
Ah, close enough.
Are you
So
sure you're
you're fine.
okay?
No, I'm not okay, Bomber.
Oh no, what's wrong? And he brings you over with the rest of the group.
I think I caused all my friends to be killed.
He is continuously
well, that's
shaking his
alright.
head no.
No, it's
He's
not
like,
all
this
right.
is crazy. No.
Oh, it's all right. I mean, you know, they're already dead, but you're not. So
You
uh,
know, give Brytmora. Hey, first of all, I think I want to
I'm
give
sorry.
Brytmora wants to
That's
give
making-
Vayu
that's
a
One at a
hug.
time, one at a
laugh.
time.
That's making me laugh, but Bayu's like sobbing even harder. She's like, this should be done.
Brytmora, please make a truce, grab Ronzi, and throw him through a root.
You know, I want. Okay, first of all, I'm going to give Vayu a hug, and then I'm gonna which one?
Just aim for the highest one and make sure he gets stuck on it, so he has to fall.
All right, I grab Ronzi by the scruff of his neck,
Right.
and I
I
give
try
him a
to
toss.
dodge.
Okay,
I'll dodge
so
this one.
here's what's gonna happen.
Try and dodge.
Brytmora athletics versus Ronzi athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, which one's better? Athletics. Okay, Okay, please, let's do it.
Okay, first and foremost,
Well, shit.
I still have one precision strike left before the next long
Oh,
rest. Can I
God.
use that?
Sure. Because it's funny.
That gives me
You
advantage.
might not
Yep.
need it.
Look, you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
Oh,
Damn.
okay.
It's close. We're fighting.
So, okay, so Brytmora, you have Ronzi in your hands, but Ronzi is so. I guess you could say
Squirmy.
you're squirming. It's hard for you to actually pick him up because he is just flailing all over the place, you know?
I'm dodging by trying to climb you. Like
Yeah.
you have like a cat. Like you are trying to throw me and fling me.
Can I still try to throw him though?
It would be with disadvantage because, well, both of you rolled really low.
It's ugly. It's real bad.
Okay, what do I have to roll for to chuck him?
It would be a dexterity check.
Dexterity.
Yes.
Okay.
You're not proficient in not dwarves, halflings.
With disadvantage, you said.
Yeah, disadvantage because he is squirming around. Okay, so you try. Yeah, you tried to throw him. Yeah, since you're 6 into 13.
Yeah,
okay.
six.
So you try to throw him, but he puts his weight kind of like backward, and he lands on you as both of you collapse to the ground.
Okay, we're probably gonna be then. We land in front of Vayu, and I just kind of put him in a chokehold and be like, "Apologize."
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I want to run behind Palmer. I want to slip away.
You're
and run
grappled right now,
behind Palmer.
buddy.
I'm grappled. Yeah. I want to slip the grapple.
Okay, make a acrobatics check to see if you can escape. So you have to beat. I guess in this case it would be a 6.
Perfect. Please, come on, please. Hi, yay.
Oh.
Oh, did it not come through? Okay.
Oh, there we
I
go.
thought it
Okay,
was
there you
gonna-
go.
Just
Oh.
Okay, cool,
barely.
cool.
So you're
Nice.
taking advantage at the two of you kind of like rolling around in the dirt, and you kind of like scoop a little bit of dirt and just throw it in Brytmora's eye, and you escape.
Oh, that's dirty. No honor here.
Hey, it's dirt. Sorry, continue.
It's all the honor, but you know, must do what you must. And I hide behind Palmer.
Okay, everyone, settle down now. Settle down.
I'm just trying to cheer her up.
I go to Vayu and I'm like, you can pet Chew.
So what happened, Vayu? What's going on?
I don't think a mouse will help right now.
So that I lied, Palmer, earlier. It's not a random adventurer's notebook. I think it's Ember's journal from when
Oh.
she got here. and she talks about kind of coming here and finding this tree and how it keeps everyone young forever. My mom died, and then she killed the people chasing me, and then she tried to take me, but I didn't want her to be my mom. And then I kind of inspired a bunch of people to also be like, Ember's not your mom. We should go back to my house in the sky. And she didn't like that. And then she killed me. And then she killed other people. And then she's crazy. But because I told people to go aim for the sky, she
didn't
kind
pick
of
up.
started killing people.
You know, it doesn't sound pretty wise, so this must be the tree of life.
I'm just gonna go back to giving Vayu an over-shoulder hug, side hug.
Drew can do emotional support.
We can kill her for you. I've been
No.
down.
Yeah, seriously?
Oh my-
Please, she stole my family's ring.
We can get that back too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's kill her. She deserves to.
Wow.
Sounds like, yeah, sure, we can steal that. Let's kill her. Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, okay, we can also do that too, I guess.
I'm down for it.
Bayu's emotionally charged. She's like, she kept me here for years. I
There's
didn't
nothing
age
worse.
until she tried to kill me and I fell off the cliff. I'm probably 50 years old.
It's okay. You look young for your age.
You know, by some people's standards, that makes you a teenager. So you're right on time, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're
But not
fine.
by Air Genasi standards. I'm probably as old as that guy we met earlier.
Well,
But there's plenty of life in you.
and you said wisdom, right? That gives you wisdom.
Oh my god. I think this is a different tree.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have wisdom.
Look at it
That's
this
why I
way.
don't remember anything. That's why I had to read about it to find out about it. And now it's a problem.
Hey,
Look
but
at it.
this is the tree of life, so at least you're still alive.
Yeah, that and look at it this way. Look at it this way.
She punches Ronzi in the face.
Yeah, our characters don't catch a
Palmer.
break. Ronzi gets punched in the face. Chad gets kicked in the balls. Like, it's just.
Hey, my charisma is not great, okay?
There were people after you, and it's been a very long time, so they're not after you anymore because they're all old and gone. So it
They're probably
works
these
out.
people.
And another score falls.
Wait. I'm sorry, I just had a thought. The fairy used the tree of life to kill people?
No,
Like,
she just
probably-
shattered the ground. She didn't really
Oh,
use the
okay.
tree.
I mean, they're kind
Probably
of
the
tied up
cliff.
the roots here.
Yeah, she kind of just went, died.
Oh, I see. These people.
Oh, okay, because that would have been like a really bad idea, I feel like.
Yeah, you can
Almost the curse
see.
starting one.
Yeah.
I would say, like, you could see, like, the vines and roots that are entangling these skeletons are different than the ones in the tree itself. Just that way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's one less worry.
Does anyone notice the scroll that just fell out of nowhere?
Bayu
There
does,
was a
but she's
scroll?
too scared to look at it.
I thought it was a skull.
Skull.
Oh, did you say skull
I
or
said
scroll?
Skull.
Oh.
Yeah.
Second skull.
Oh, I heard scroll.
Oh, I've accidentally
what I heard.
popped up. Sorry.
I misheard. I don't know.
All good. Okay. Well, so can we kill her, you guys? I really want this
Sure.
ring back too. Apparently, it
Wait.
contains a lot of memories in it, so maybe then I can finally remember everything.
It's yours by right, so I have a thing. She stole your ring, so that's just no. We're getting it back.
Yeah.
Your ring,
Yeah.
your family ring.
Yeah.
I'm mostly concerned about the other kid that was sick.
Edie? Cornelius.
No.
Oh,
No.
what's this kid's name? Lucas or something? Luke.
Lucas, yep.
Yep.
I'm concerned about Lucas. He's still sick, and what if this tree of life is the only thing keeping him alive?
We're not going after the tree, though.
We're going
No,
after the fairy.
no, but
The
clearly,
tree existed before the fairy, and it was
yes,
already a special tree before the fairy, according to
yes,
her thingy.
yes. I agree, and I'm recognizing that, but I'm saying that clearly her magic is affecting it somehow because it went from giving years to these orphans that she took under her wing to suddenly brats and sickness.
Oh, well, that's true.
And we should probably not fight her up there. You actually, could we lure her down here?
Where she used her vine magic to capture all of these skulls around us.
Yeah, that's probably. Maybe we could lure her deeper into the cavern.
Do you think a fairy drowns? We get her wings wet.
Hold her into the water long enough. Sorry, that's all I could think of when you said that.
I mean, it would be funny if we could get her to fight the Kraken.
It would, honestly. There might be more krakens. I think we should try and lure her down here. We could use that journal as bait. She probably doesn't want you reading it.
And Cornelius, has she lured him or charmed
No.
him or?
No, I don't think she has.
Because, oh well, I don't know this. You read this. Yep, that's it.
I think dealing with him will be easier once we don't have a.
Well, I
Powerful.
think he was telling on Vayu. He doesn't like Vayu.
Oh, okay. I heard it as he was almost with you, and then she's like, nah.
So for clarity,
Cornelius
he's
began
been
his plan
telling
of
Ember
rebellion.
about the conversation between Vayu and Petey and leaving.
Yeah,
Snitch.
I thought he was whispering to the other people, like, you hear
Snitch.
Vayu, let's go. Okay, I get it.
He was
Nah,
snitching.
what a snitch.
He's about to get
Ah.
stitches.
Well, first the rat, then the fairy. First the rat, then the gnat.
I like that one.
So how are we getting out of here?
Oh, just going down the same path. There's an opening that leads topside.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Right.
Are we facing? I really think we should have a plan before we head out there, though.
I think that's a good idea because we don't know what's on the other side.
Do we want Chu to scout ahead?
I think more like a plan on how we deal with her. Are we just going in guns blazing? Wish we had some cannons. I still like my idea of luring her down here.
I wouldn't be against luring her. The bigger problem that I'm having is they are, especially spurned, are very dangerous. This being a very good example of why.
Petey also floats. Sorry, go ahead.
As Snaps points to the assassins, would-be assassins.
And Petey
Vayu,
also
how do you
flies
wanna handle
overhead.
this?
I don't know. I'm not very good with strategy.
You know, I'm quite small, and usually when there's a big enemy, I don't fight them head on. But we do have people who are bigger than us. PD, do you think the lady in white would spare any soldiers or anything against a fae who is trying to prevent people reaching their natural death and conclusion, imprisoning them, turning them into rats,
Palmer
perverting
turn.
life.
Sorry, I just want to say, I don't know if that will work, but the fact that you said it the way you did, I'm just like, that is insanely, like, such a good idea,
Yeah.
because it's like, why would the lady in white help you? And then you worded it the way you did, I'm like, that is so fucking smart.
Palmer kind of like he kind of puts his finger on his chin, just thinking. I don't think that she would directly help, but mayhaps I can send her a message to see if she would be willing to spare a couple of bone soldiers.
Any help would be helpful. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just give me a tick. I need to get within view sight of her chambers. And you see Palmer going around the corner, trying to get a much higher elevation.
He's trying to get some sun signal.
Yep. So also
Ronzi
PD
isn't charismatic, but he is a little bit smart. He's trying to be.
Maybe this is the trio wisdom.
I mean, Palmer does have an 18 in wisdom, so.
Hell yeah.
But PD also flies overhead, just kind of like acts as if he is flapping wings. And then he points to the journal under the word Ember. I'm just saying that for for brevity.
Oh. Wait, that was PD?
Yeah, PD's trying to gesture Ember and flying.
Oh,
Are you-
wait, hold on. I'm flipping through a bunch of things. They're all drawings. I can't write. I do have a large net and also a poisoned net. And a bottle of rat poison as well. Dangerous for the rats, but probably helpful against a small creature like a fae.
We got those two for the Fae originally, so
Yeah.
that would be helpful.
That is a great idea, honestly. And
Nice.
And didn't one of
We
you
should
get
also
some silver
probably-
dots?
silver dart?
I thought you all got some kind of dots before.
No, we got silver ingots.
Oh, excuse me.
No, before that. No, he's right. In the chest before we met the white lady.
Yeah, so you all, I think, gathered about 5 silver darts.
Oh, who wants that? Who has that?
I think you took them because you like to keep your distance.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh. I write that. I draw 5 silver darts into my logbook. For
Okay.
what it's worth, I'd like to fight the fairy away from all the children. Even if they're rats right now, I don't
Mhm.
think they see her. They see her as a mother, and I don't think they need to see us do things.
I definitely agree to that.
Okay.
Vayu doesn't super agree.
What's wrong with the child seeing death?
It's kind of traumatizing.
I turned out all right.
And then PD looks at you.
Ronzi takes a sip of his a sip from his glass.
Vayu instead kind of goes with the thought of they don't know who she really is and what she's really capable of. I agree they shouldn't be harmed in the process, but we shouldn't hide them from the truth that she's a bad person.
No, that's not what I meant. I just meant they don't need to see us behead the person. That could be a.
Well, what if they join in and it's a group beheading? Like you read about in those stories.
I don't like the thought of children joining in on group beheadings. Just. Then again,
They're not children. They've probably been there
They're
for
not
years.
children. Never mind. You're right.
They've probably been there for years. As rats, unable to do anything because they can't talk. As rats.
Oh, they can't say that they want to leave because they can't speak.
Exactly. The only people that would be able to understand them is like a druid or someone that speaks Sylvan. And as we can see, I seem to be the only one here. And maybe Palmer.
We'll ask when he comes back.
Okay, so the lady is going to send a couple of skeletal archers your way. However, later on she might ask a favor. Are you okay with
Well,
that?
I hate owing things.
Same. Especially to a lady of death.
Well, to be honest, there are worse people to owe.
It's not good to owe things to.
She is
cowardly
going
dudes.
out of her way to send her undead. I think it's only fair.
I mean, it is fair. Depths are just dangerous.
And she did give you a place to sleep.
That was for free.
And she did read us our fortunes. Most accurate fortune teller I've ever met.
I'm just saying, she's been very kind to you. And she's being kind now.
Yeah, we could probably use the help. There.
Yeah, we could.
I agree. I'll take, if anything. Well, does she want a favor from all of us? We are a guild. Does she want a favor from the guild? If it's not us, at least we could send someone.
Let me
depending on how far in the
ask.
future. Silver lightning.
Okay, she says she doesn't have the favor now. Maybe one of you, maybe all. She doesn't know quite yet.
Well,
I'll
All
take it.
right.
well, she could send it to the guild, the Silver Lining Guild, where we have a place of operations, and if it's in the future, maybe we'll send a lackey. If one of us need to come in person, so be it. But maybe we could pawn it off onto some rookie.
Okay, I'll let her know.
The Silver
Got it.
Lining Guild, not the Ricky part.
How do you spell that?
Oh, I just, it's just think of a silver English.
THESIL. I just shout the spelling.
Okay, thank you.
That's so funny.
Just think of the sun rising, the silver line. What is a silver? What does that look like?
I thought it was the edge of a cloud. It's like lighter.
Huh?
My papa told me not to go up to the surface because when you're looking for the silver lining, you get hit by lightning.
Mm. Is it clouds during a lightning storm?
I mean, isn't that when you see clouds?
It's a picture of lightning. It's just a picture of lightning and clouds.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Perfect.
Honestly, if we are gonna send a newbie, a part of me wants to go just to see the newbie's face stumbling onto the lady for the first time.
That would be pretty funny.
Okay,
We should send that cat.
you said we're in an accord then, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And you do see 3 skeletal archers burst from the ground.
Oh, that was fast.
Damn.
Okay. Their names are Helen, Frederick, and Sebastian.
Hi,
Hello,
Helen, Frederick, and
Frederick,
Sebastian.
and Sebastian.
Hello.
As the bones crick and crackle as they stare at all of you.
Well,
I love the dog barking while you were making the bone sound. It's like one of them speaks in dog.
My dog heard
dogs
hello
like
and decided
bones.
that meant she needs to freak out. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Sebastian does that from time to time. He likes to mimic pups.
Gorgeous.
So we're going up.
Yeah, you have 3 skeletal archers with you.
I'm more willing to go up.
Let's do it.
All right.
Question mark?
As your footsteps echo one last time against the roots and damp stone of the cave, a golden hue spills from ahead. Not the faint photo. I wrote this and I can't even pronounce it. Not the glow of mushrooms or crystals, it is sunlight. The narrow stone path rises sharply, and for the first time within feels like days, the cold weight of the Underdark begins to lift. As you ascend, the roots overhead grow thinner and the rock becomes flecked with patches of moss and soft soil. The air changes too. Warmer, full of loam, wet bark, and the scent of wildflowers carried on the breeze. And then, you break a threshold. A massive canopy opens before you, bathed in daylight. Clouds drift lazily above. For the first time in what feels like ages, the sky greets you. You are standing on the edge of a hollowed cliff that overlooks a lush, fog-covered forest valley. At the heart of that forest, no more than 100 feet ahead, is a towering structure of bark and branches. A tree so massive that it defies nature. Its roots coil through the ground like rivers of wood, and its thick trunk rises hundreds of feet in the sky. The leaves shimmer in a hue that shifts between violet and gold in the light, like a fading memory just out of reach. That is the tree Ember is living in.
So she just
Looks like
burrowed into the tree.
this tree needs some pest control.
Damn.
That was really good.
Snaps is busy baking in the sun. Finally, they are out of the Underdark.
Mm-hmm.
There is air. There is the sun. This is great. Snaps' mood is improved.
Yeah, that rhymes.
So how do we get her out of the tree?
I mean, we could always.
We could always knock on the front door.
After reading the journal and kind of seeing the tree again, does Vayu remember anything new
Make a wisdom
about like
check.
her
Advantage.
actual memory
Yeah.
versus what someone has written about it? Hold on, I need to see what I add to my wisdom. I don't add anything to my wisdom. 15. Okay.
15,
Hey.
yeah.
Nice. You don't.
So you remember, like, while you haven't been in this particular spot, you do remember, like, the sights that overlook this entire valley. It spans miles upon miles. I would say, though your time here, from what you can remember, more of kind of like how it says in the book, you do get some kind of peace knowing that there is this big world out there. And even in the distance, as you are standing right now, you still get that same familiarity when you see a giant city in the sky. It's almost a speck, but you do see it in the distance.
In her memory of all of this, I'm sure she and PD did a lot of sneaking around.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Does she remember if there was a place she and PD would go that Ember and Cornelius wouldn't necessarily know about, and she would rely on like PD to help too?
Yeah. I would say with your 15 and PD's. Okay, that's nice. 16. You do know that there was a small kind of. It's not a cave per se, but it's kind of like almost like a bear's den, Bear's Den that was long since abandoned that you two would occasionally hide in, like chalk the walls with various pictures and everything that was out of the way of the tree's view where it cannot be seen unless you were walking like around it, as there are vines that kind of conceal the area. So you do know that it's about, I want to say, like 40 feet from the tree itself.
She's going to turn to the group and kind of go, while we think on our best move, I think I know a good place we can lay low for a little.
Lead the
And
way.
she'll kind of lead them towards that like hidden area.
Right. Yeah, climbing down the path, you end up getting into the shaded woods that is, and then eventually you do come into kind of like this bear cave almost. Again, it's not very expansive, but it's just big enough to hold like all of you, and I think altogether it is about, I want to say, 30 by 60 in length and width. And you do see like the entranceway is a hidden entrance. There's vines and roots that kind of like dangling off of the side of the cliff. And into the darkness itself, you do see a little bit illuminated from Digsby's shovel. You see drawings of many kinds. You do see like various animals that have been drawn here. You do see, like, again, sketching of floating city. You do see the various children's drawings, not just yours, but Petey's. And it's almost like a art gallery made by children, almost, for how many pictures are on these walls.
You were quite talented, I guess.
I'm sure this is all Petey.
Now, he points to you.
Snaps is kind of like a little fascinated because Kenku don't often draw, especially as babies. So it's just like, huh, you were doing art. That is interesting.
Yeah, looks like it.
Petey
Usually
flies
we
to the back
focus-
of the cavern. You see him lie in what appears to be a very old hammock. There's like two that are kind of like swinging back and forth.
Is
Very
this?
clever. Sorry.
Vayu's gonna go jump onto the other one.
Alright. So you jump into the other one. It's a bit small for you now that you've grown, but you kind of nestle in and it does still hold you.
She's having fun. She's like, wee!
As the both of you swing back and forth in your hammocks.
You have a good place here.
Yeah, it's nice.
We should probably hide our archers here.
They all look at you,
Oh.
waiting for commands.
Well, to draw out Ember, maybe I could tinker something? You know, a short message on a stone, or maybe the smell of burning. Wouldn't want to scare any of the creatures out of the woods, though.
I have a bottle of glowy ink.
Whoa.
And I still am willing to offer Chu to deliver. Yeah.
Let me see here. Glows faintly in the darkness for 1 hour after use. Can be used to write a secret message or mark terrain.
Whoa. Very cool.
I'm pretty sure a fairy wouldn't have any problems reading this.
What do we want to say?
Fuck you.
What if we told her we found a child?
Wait. She still thinks I don't have my memory back.
Yes.
What if I just go and I pretend to not remember still and I start calling her mom because she said that's what I used to call her?
It's what you
You've
used
never-
to not call her.
Never.
When we met her, she said I used to, I thought.
Yeah, but
Which is a lie.
if
We
the
know now
journal says right.
we know now that's a lie. But she also, last we saw her,
Oh, okay.
I didn't have my memory, and she said I used to call her mom.
So you want to pretend that now you've come around to her ways.
Yeah. Maybe it'll lower her guard a little. But I guess also she probably thought we died because Cornelius went and killed us, but I don't know.
I almost feel like Cornelius did that on his own will.
Well,
Did he? Because I guess he was trying to sneak behind what's her Ember's back with that, or make it seem like he was doing that.
It just it's very clear to me that she's the type that doesn't like letting things go. So I don't think she'd want to kill you.
or
Not like
well,
that. Not in a
I
way
mean,
where
she
she would
tried.
lose you.
She tried once.
Yeah, but she also said that that was a mistake, right? Because everybody kind of, well, PD kind of, after that.
But was it a mistake to try and kill you, or was it a mistake because it hurt Petey?
It was a mistake because she lost.
It's a good point. It's a good point.
Didn't she also want us to avoid that cliff?
Mhm.
She did. She tried to hold us off from going to that cliff too, and framed it as just it was getting dark, and we needed to rest up.
Like a test. If we went against her, if there were seeds of rebellion in us, then we'd die.
I guess we were trying to take one of her children away. Not really her child, but whatever.
None of them are.
Crazy lady. I really don't like her.
Do you think
Is
you
this
can?
how you felt about the lady in white, Brytmora? Is this why you think it's your future told? Do you have like this deep seated hatred for her?
Oh no, not for her. But I know exactly what it feels like. Which is why I'm wondering if you are you going to be able to go out there and pretend?
That's a good point. I don't know. I
Is
don't.
no one able to cast like an illusion or something?
I'm not a wizard.
Spells, mending, spirit dying. I mean, I can do voice mimicry.
Oh, if you maybe, or I guess if it's just the voice, Vayu can also just do it. But if someone wanted to just perhaps yell for Ember, yell for help, as crazy as she is, whether she likes Vayu or not, I don't think, that she would ignore a cry for help.
Can you mimic
Especially
a child?
if it sounds like a child.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard plenty of children in the orphanage. I can definitely mimic one of their voices, and thanks to my thaumaturgy, I can make it 3 times as loud. And with phantom sound, also under thaumaturgy, I can even displace it from where I am.
Ooh.
Yeah, if I
Oh,
like the idea of luring her out, thinking she can get another child.
then
More like,
her guard would be down. She's trying to
yeah,
sit, not to fight. Or
exactly.
unless she thinks we're fighting something, but either way.
Well, no, we don't want her
Even
to think there's danger. We would just want her to come in looking for a child, something delicate.
like a crying child.
Yes.
I can definitely imitate a crying child.
Do you
Wait.
often make children cry?
I was about to say that sounded really menacing for no reason. I can mimic a crying child.
Okay, look, I was being smug about luring someone into a trap. Because we did do that trap like a few times with my murder, okay? That not that I, actually created any crying children on a purposeful level.
Look, children
Mm.
cry. It's not that hard.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's called a murder. It's always so upsetting to me. Well, yeah, I've never made a child cry. Well, my murder has sometimes made a child cry. And, if you don't realize that you're family in that moment, it really sounds like you try to kill people.
Right.
And then that made children cry. And it's like, yeah, that would make children cry.
To be clear, we were trying to avoid having children witness a murder just a little bit ago.
Exactly.
Wake up on that. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I don't know much about kids. Apparently, I'm a bad influence, so most people just hide them from me.
That makes sense.
I get why. I really do.
I mean, I don't think I'd lead a child astray. I had a pretty good childhood.
Vayu just like side eyes the hell out of Ronzi right now and goes, right. Anyway,
People often mistake me for a child, so I think.
I think there are multiple reasons why they think that, Mr. Ronzi. And only a part of that is that you're short.
See,
I
my
like that the
youthful-
more
my
Vayu
youthfulness.
remembers, the sharper her tongue gets.
She's lived multiple lives, you guys. I'm like, man, she suddenly realized she's 30. She can't keep acting like a teenager.
I love that you just
Debatable.
assume that though. Like you have no idea. You're just assuming all these.
Yeah,
different
I mean, she could be 110 for all you know.
You're so correct. She really could be. I don't know why we're assuming young. Should we go?
No, I think Vayu is definitely on purpose assuming young. She's not gonna be like, I am 1,000 years old right now.
I
With
think
her
that would
achy
break her.
joints.
I think that would break her. I think that would emotionally so bad to find out 100-something years old.
You get back to that sky castle, literally no one would even remember you.
I think Genasi's can live quite a long time, if I remember.
Yeah, I thought it
so.
was like 200 years.
Yeah, something like that.
Well,
Okay,
she's
wait,
just
hold up.
1,000 years old.
Hold up. How are these Earth Genasi so old, but the one we saw in the cave was like 60, and we're like, this guy's ancient. He's about to pass away.
Because all of you make judgments based off
You
looks.
guys assume. You guys
No.
been assuming since day one.
Okay, that makes sense.
You guys are really good at assuming that you know things when you don't.
Okay, that's
Jade,
fair.
I'm
That's fair.
upset about us assuming
Right.
things.
You're upset about what?
I said Jade's getting way too upset about us assuming things.
I love how you say that we're assuming things, and I feel like I'm the one person who's not assuming much of anything.
I just want to point out, I called that fairy out on her bullshit day one.
Mhm,
You
mhm.
called her out because she's a fairy. You're just racist.
Was I wrong? Was I wrong though?
She was crazy.
I can't tell you if you're wrong or not. You still
the
don't know
journal.
if you're right.
Racist if she's right. That's the
Oh
real
my, the question is she right? You guys don't know that yet. We'll find out
Yeah.
eventually.
She still held Vayu captive and killed her. Okay.
Where did it say? Okay, where did it say in there that she held you captive?
It looks to me that she saved you from a bad situation and tended to your wounds soon afterward.
And then when Vayu said, "Hey, what if we leave?" She said, "All right, die."
Yeah.
I would say it's attempted murder because you're still alive.
I am still alive.
In my eyes, yeah, definitely.
He's right here, you
It's-
all. There's nothing
He's
attempted
dead.
here. Exactly. There's nothing
You were held
attempted
against
in
your
his
will.
case.
Because as a princess, I think it's against your will because you could leave, but like you wouldn't leave like the weaklings, like the children, like you wouldn't just ditch them. I think if you were a good princess, I don't know, a good ruler.
Good evil. Now I'm sure that's also. I don't think she would have. That's why she was.
You're cutting out a
Is-
lot.
She calls herself mother, but a mother's purpose is to help their children grow up. She is very specifically not letting her children grow up and not letting them age. That is bad. That is not motherhood. That is
Wow, you're
what
mom
was the
shaming
word?
right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's hoarding. There we go. That's the word. Hoarding.
Yeah, Ember's hoarding them like cats.
Exactly.
Like rats.
Like rats.
Which is
rat
why we
queen.
know having a pretend kid out here will definitely lure her out. I like this plan.
All right, let's do.
Alright. So, I will say, before we continue with this, I think this is a great place to stop. Next time, we're going to get into this.
This sounds
plan.
like some Peter Pan mentality.
Yes, that is true, Jay.
It's true.
I mean, yeah, kinda. Well, I mean, except for the whole adopting children, turning them into rats, and then all of a sudden, getting rid of one,
So what
accidentally
we need
getting
is
rid of
to find a
another.
crocodile.
TikTok.
Wait a minute, we got a pirate. We need him to lose a hand.
Ronzi needs a hook hand.
Oh, yeah. I'm already like 3 feet tall, almost 3 feet tall. I can't read.
And
Let
wait a
me
minute,
be.
and hand on hand, this works out perfectly because Palmer is a turtle. He's not a crocodile, but he is an amphibious being.
Reptile.
Reptile, excuse me.
Sorry, I was quoting Over the Hedge.
Yeah, reptile. Yeah. I'm just saying, we have an aquatic creature, a pirate, and, a fairy with, some lost children. I mean, yeah.
This is a fucked up Peter Pan.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
I don't know if you knew this, but the original Peter Pan story was very fucked up.
It was.
It was.
Oh.
There
Like
was
Disney did a lot.
Yeah,
There
most
was
of
fairy
Disney
orgies.
stories are more of tales of Grimm, like Cinderella, the stepsisters. They had to cut their own heels and toes off in order to fit in that shoe.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
And then they got their eyes pecked out.
Yep.
And in the original Peter Pan, as Zed said, there were fairy orgies.
Anyway, friends, we're gonna leave with that image. So, I want to thank everyone for joining us here today. We're gonna pick up the session, I believe it is the 5th of July, just after 4th of July, funny enough. So, we're gonna pick up then. Let's see what happens with this plan. And I hope all of you stay classy, stay beautiful, but most importantly, have yourselves a wonderful night.
Good night.
Nah.
Good night.